What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Third Gen Junkies. Chris, you know what it is. And today we're going to be trying to address another issue with Black Magic. A little backstory on this car. We had exhaust put on it at one point, put the SLP headers on it and the Y pipe, and unbeknownst to us and the installer that did it, the starter wire that runs down along behind the headers was grounded out against the header. You can actually see right there, there's some of the white. It grounded out and it actually crossed the negative on the battery, so it just fried, it smoked. Basically it went up, it seemed like it went up in smoke, to the point that the car shut down. Had to unhook everything, put new positive, new ground. We thought everything was fine. I had put LS1 4th gen Camaro fans in it with a Jegs relay kit. That's what all of this is here, with the sensor that is there. There's a spade plug that is here that gets fed over and hooked up to that. The relays are here, and we've tested the relays. The relays seem to be working fine. Right now we have the fans ran hot to where they're all running all the time when the key is on. Only problem is it seems like the car is still running hot, and it almost seems, it acts as if it's running hot even when it was hooked up to that sensor. It's almost like that sensor's bad, because it would turn on when it was supposed to. It usually gets to 160. Once it hits 170, the fans would kick on, it'd cool down to 160, and then they would shut back off. And it would do that one time, and then the next time it would not do it, and all of a sudden it would climb past 200. And I know a lot of people are going to say, hey, well, you know, normal operating temperatures on a 3rd gen Camaro, even the 350s, are like 210, 215. I understand that. I don't want this vehicle to run that hot. That's why I put a 160 thermostat and a 160, 175, or 160, 175 sensor in it. So I think a sensor is bad. It wasn't reading, because the relays were actually, we tested them with a power probe. They're clicking. They were doing everything they were supposed to do. I'm pretty sure that it is that sensor. So had a buddy go online and look for me. I didn't have the time to actually do it, so he went online, got me the part number for a new spade sensor. So this is what we got here. It's a temperature switch. It has the big adapter that threads into the water pump, and then just this sensor. I already Teflon taped it off camera, so that's ready to go. And this one already has that same connector, the big one that it threads into, so we're not going to replace that. I did put a catch can down there, a small flat drain pan, just in case, because I know antifreeze is going to leak out of there. So basically today what we're going to do is we're going to try to alleviate this issue and hook it back up to the sensor, so that it'll actually turn on when it's supposed to and turn off when it's supposed to. If it's not that sensor, I'm going to replace the relays. If it's not the relays, and obviously there's something else major going wrong with this car, possibly a head gasket or something else. I mean, it does have a lot of smoke at startup, but I know that's valve guide seals in the head. There is no white smoke from antifreeze. It doesn't leak antifreeze anywhere. The system had been bled out a long time ago. Matter of fact, it's cold now. And yeah, see, it's full. So I'm not understanding what's going on with this, but it might have been with the frying of, you know, the positive and negative, and it might have fried some wiring that we're not aware of at this point yet. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to jump on into this. We're going to swap this sensor, start it up, let it run, unhook we just kind of rigged up a spade connector to go into this end and into this end of the AC compressor wiring that used to be on here, or the smog. It's either smog or the AC, I can't remember which, but it sends positive power all the time. So as soon as the key's turned on, it sends power straight to the relays, and it tells the relays to kick the fans on. The fans stay on all the time. I've checked all the grounds. Fans are grounded here. All the grounds and everything else I know are ran and it was done right. Chris Hendren did it, so I know for a fact that this is done right. So yeah, we're gonna tear the tune port, the stock air system here off, get to the sensor, pull the sensor out, put the new sensor in, reroute this wiring back under where it goes, plug it up, put this back on, see if any coolant that we've leaked, if we need to top it off. I actually have a gallon of Blaine's Farm and Fleet 50/50 pre-diluted. I actually bought a case of 6 gallons of these for really cheap. I thought they were the actual uncut, because I did go out and buy 2 gallons of drinking water, like baby water, so I can turn 1 gallon into 2 gallons, but I didn't realize that these are already pre-diluted 50/50, so they're just ready to go in. So I have 3 more gallons. I have this and 2 more gallons over there. They're actually right there because I used the rest of the box over time. And I do need some more of that to put in Ruby too, so I'll probably add some to Ruby in a minute. But let's go ahead and get into this. So first things first, pop all your Zeus fittings here. Air intake, 8mm nut driver. You want to loosen this guy up, and then underneath, it's kind of a pain. I always have a problem with that. I got to get my flat blade. I forgot to grab that. You got to undo the mass airflow sensor plug. It's right here. It's actually easier to do it from the passenger side. Just lift up on it and wiggle. Usually you can pull out on the wires and try to pop it out of there, or you want to wiggle the plug so you actually don't rip the wires out of the plug itself. So I just wiggle this guy off, pull this off, set this off to the side here. Well, it looks to me like I need to put some more peanut butter on my mouse traps. This one over here it was set off, and I don't think I ever put it back. All right, back to what we're working on. Okay, so the big fitting here is a 7/8. This one is tight. I'm not even going to mess with it. We're just going to pull this one out. This one's a 17mm, and this is going to be the fun part because the fuel rails are right here, they're in the way, and then you got the alternator bracket right here. So I'm going to try to get in here, break this thing loose if I can. Not totally sure how well this is going to work. Being that it's against the bracket, it's going to try to strip it. See, and actually this one seems like it's a smaller size than the other one. I test fitted it off of the new one that we got, so I'm going to grab 16. See how that works, if that'll fit. Push this out of the way. Seems like the 16 is too small. Let's see, the 17 is just a hair too big and it's going to do nothing but strip. So let's see what we got for standards. 5/8. 5/8 seems like it'll fit. Boy, it's tight. Crack this bad boy loose if possible. Man, it's not moving. That's not good. And there's no room to get in here to put a socket on this. See, in this wrench here, somebody actually shaved down so it'd be smaller to get into tight spaces. And since it's brass, it's not even attempting to move. I'm gonna have to see if I can get a 5/8 socket on there. And maybe a swivel on a ratchet, and hopefully I can break it loose. I don't know. I'm totally sure how that's gonna work. $16, 13, 16. It's a 5/8 deep well. And that ain't gonna, there's no way that's gonna get in there. And even at, it's so tall, even at the angle, you're gonna hit this nipple here, which means you gotta remove that nipple. It's just gonna be even 4 times worse of a situation. It's almost like you need a 5/8 shorty. Just checking these because looks like these are all metric on this side, except for there. I mean, there's a 13/16. 9/16 half-inch drive, 19. Okay, looks like that's 19. 14. Well, I don't know. This don't look like it's going to be very fun. Should be so easy. I don't know why this car loves to fight me so much. I have no clue. This car has fought me from day one. All I've tried to do is save it, and all it wants to do is fight. It wants to knuckle up. I don't know why. So, let me try to find a socket. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So, it wasn't a 5/8, and I ended up searching around, found a 5/8 shorty. It wouldn't fit because there's like a bevel at the top of the damn sensor. Let me show you on this one here. This little beveled edge right here, it would not allow it to go down onto it. Plus, with the spade sticking up, I couldn't even get a socket or a ratchet or an extension into it. So I got the deep well, it wouldn't work, whatever. So all these tools were null and void. 5/8 was gonna strip it. 16 is too small. So what I did was something I've done in the past, and just to check it and see if this was the issue here. I put the box end of the ratchet wrench on there. Put my hand right here and I smacked it real hard and busted it loose. So this is what we got. This is, now that I got this loose and pull this out, I need to get this one ready to go in because I don't want to lose coolant. So, and this one is also a it comes on at 185 and goes off at 170. So she's gonna have to, if this is what fixes the issue, she's gonna have to get used to it going past 160. So basically the fans will come on at 185 degrees and then shut off at 170, which will still be a lot better than what it stock normally runs, because it's just, yeah, see, the same style spade connector and everything. Because to me, running 200 and something is really hot. It was explained to me by a buddy, by Chris Hendren, that the reason why they ran so hot is because the Camaros, the 305s and the 350s, the V8s, ran rich. And so for them to burn it off, they had to run the engine at a hotter temperature so that it would actually burn the fuel and heat up the platinum that is in the catalytic converter enough to burn the fuel off, so the air-fuel ratio would be proper. This doesn't matter on this car because it's got SLP headers, Y pipe, There is no catalytic converter. It straight pipes back into the muffler, so that doesn't matter. I just like my temps being lower. Me seeing something hit 200 degrees is ridiculous in my eyes. It should never be that high. So with any hope and luck, I'll be able to pull this out without making too big of a mess. Plug this one in, and I'm gonna have to do it quick, and then ratchet it down, run the wiring, put everything back together, start it up, let it run, see when the fans come on, see if they shut off, and if everything is copacetic. So here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna keep it in there, and I'm gonna keep spinning it until I know it's loose. Pull it out. Plug the new one in. There's not a lot of room in here for my fingers. My fat fingers in here. Thread it. Come on, turn. There we go. Alright. Threading in. Didn't lose that much coolant, literally just a little bit. Okay, so I got that on there. Take the ratchet wrench, put it the other direction. Move fuel lines just a hair. Go ahead and ratchet this bad boy down in there. So that was another thing I always wondered, is how far do you actually put this down in? I mean, I know I'm gonna go to like there, and then it stops, and that's it. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's it. Because I know that that stud, where'd it go? This stud piece, so if it's threaded to here, which this one has a taller thread pitch or whatever, but if it's threaded to there, that means that that thing is down in there pretty far. I don't want it going all the way into where it actually, like sticks, hits something or causes an issue. But yeah, there's that one. So we'll put that back in there. This will actually go over here on the shelf with all the rest of Blackmagic's parts that either go to the car, were removed from the car, or put back on, going to go back into the car. Like I have another project coming up. I want to replace the dash speakers. I have them here with some better ones, but we have the heater cord. That's another up and coming project. I'm gonna need help with that one from a buddy, because I can't do it the way I've done them in the past. But like the original smog stuff, the AC lines and brackets, the original fuel injector, dual fan bolts, just a lot of the original trash and stuff that won't be used, but like a lot of the smog shit might get sold, because there's a lot of people in California that actually use that stuff. And if you need it, hit me up, because I'll definitely get rid of it. It'll never go back on this car. So now that that's in and tight, I don't know why I always second guess myself on stuff, but this is better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, it's good. It's not going anywhere. All right, now we're gonna undo what was done here. So basically I just pulled that spade connector piece out of there, and then I'm going to take the tape off here. Because this was just basically like a jumper that was made, and then it was a two-prong, and the one prong was cut off just to tap into there, so we'd have constant. See? Just a jumper that, so this spade connector went in here, just to where it was tight enough, and then pure power here from the brown plug, and that's it. Now this I am going to hold on to, because you never know in the future I might actually need it, especially because this car absolutely hates me. I mean 100% hates me. and I swear all I've ever done is try to fix it, make it run good, and it just hates me. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna route this back here. Where are you going? You need to go. I don't know where it was going on. Okay. And route this up over. And this is the part that I always fight and fuss with, because even though it's just a spade connector, I swear this thing is a pain to get on. I fought with this trying to get it off and trying to make sure in the very beginning that it was on, and it was on there really tight, because there was literally like no room to get in there to grab it and push it on. And I'm not left-handed, but left-handed worked really well right there. So okay, that's on. Let's see. I know one thing I do need to do. Let's see here. See, we got water right there. I just need something to grab some water with. Actually, here we go. Ooh. It's my daughter playing with dirt and making mud and whatever. I want to rinse that antifreeze off that dribbled down over there. So take and do that just to rinse it down, because I mean it wasn't enough that it's going to hurt any levels. I mean, it's just a dribble, but I mean, you don't want to smell it, you don't want to see it, and you don't want anybody freaking out if you see anything leaking, or what appears to be leaking, which isn't leaking. So, alright, that's back on. Next step is move all of these guys out of the way. Only one I need left now will be the 8mm. So I'm gonna bring these over here, set these up here, Ruby, and I'm gonna go ahead and slap this back on. My sweat towel. You want to plug your sensor in first. Don't forget to do that first before you start hooking it up, because it's a pain. And this thing is a little bit of a pain for me, only because it's a 58mm throttle body, so it's a little bit bigger. But slap that on. I got that thing down now, so slap that on. Tighten this bad boy up. And then, quick tech tip. If you want these to go in and you sit there and you're fighting and fussing, you can't get them to drop down like that, like normal. You're pushing down and you're twisting and they don't drop in like so. Easiest way to do it, twist it backwards until it drops down, and then just twist it forward. So twist it back, drop down, forward. Back, drop down, forward. Back, drop down, forward. Back, drop down, forward. Done. So now only thing left to do is start it up. I'm gonna pop the radiator cap. I want to see. I don't think the levels went anywhere. No, it's still nice and full. It's still full, so I think it should be all right. I did unplug this the last car show. Never plugged it back in. I'll probably just leave it unhooked for now. Alright. Go ahead and get the keys, start it up, and see what happens. Sitting idle, get up to temp, see where we're at and what happens. Obviously it's cold start now, so right now we're sitting at 100. That's it. So be back in a minute. Alright guys, I'm back. Quick update. So it hit 160 degrees. Let me put the wheel down here and show you guys. It came all the way up to that second line. You guys can see in there. So you got the 100 and then right there. It came all the way up to there. The fans kicked on and it dropped back down. Now this is the second time. Turn the light back on. It's going to be loud because the fans are on, but they are moving. Both fans are running. Nothing is dripping. Good air. Well boys, I think we might have got it. I'm going to let it sit here and idle some more and let it run and make sure that this really did fix it. Because as you can see here, it's not going over 160, 175, or whatever that second line is. I don't know if that's 180 or what, but the fans are supposed to kick on. It's 185, 170, so it's doing what it needs to do. And as long as it keeps kicking on and off like that, that means we're golden. That means that's that sensor that I got from Jegs, and that kit was bad, and a $17 eBay sensor just fixed the issue. Now we won't have no trouble with it overheating anymore, and it should be good. Also, I believe the wife wants to take it to her mom's birthday party today, so I'll be riding take Black Magic. Sorry, I'm sweating like crazy. I shouldn't have wore black today and it's kind of warm, but yeah, I believe that this might have worked, so I'm gonna call this good. I will let you guys know if it isn't good, or if it seems like that that you know it's still having an issue. But I'm gonna let it run and see what, if they keep kicking on and off. If they keep kicking on and off, then we're good. So, oh yeah, and also I was over here messing with Ruby. And boy, she's a thirsty girl, because she finished that whole gallon that I had over there in front of Black Magic, and I filled the overflow to a full cold, and I've already used, I broke into another one. I've used about a quarter on Ruby of this one. So I think that's about the max of it there. But I have not started this. This vehicle will get started soon though. So, cat back on it, doesn't leak. This extra I'm gonna put in the back of Old Blue like I normally do. I always keep some in my truck. I ran out, so I don't have any in the truck right now. I'm gonna do that, but yeah. So, fans are kicking on. Looks like they're running beautifully. So far so good. So yeah, Black Magic Looks like it's back down. Hopefully, like I said, if it don't work, I'll let you guys know in an upcoming video. But so far it looks great. Looks like it's working the way it should. Maybe it's just that bad sensor, who knows. But yeah, so like and subscribe, hit that share button, hit that notification bell, that bell thing, whatever, that, yeah, send you notifications, let you know when my next video is coming out. And we do have some upcoming stuff. Website will be up and running soon. I'm in contact with someone that's building the website. I own the website, me and my business partner, brother-in-law. So that'll be up and running soon. Merch will be coming very soon. And if you need parts, hit me up. I mean, I have parts all over the place. The whole upstairs of this garage up there, like I showed you in a shameless parts plug video with Ruby, got parts for sale. Got a lot in the basement, and I still got other parts sitting here that need to go. So need parts, hit me up, tell me what you think, drop a comment below. You know, if you don't like the content, whatever, I like all criticism. You know, I don't take it, you know, hard or anything. I take it as criticism. Maybe I can do better, maybe I can't. So like I said, like, subscribe, hit that share button, hit that notification bell, and we will get back to you next time. Later.